What's going on, everybody? I'm actually going to do something a little different today. Got a little how-to video or do-it-yourself video that I'm going to make for you guys. I posted a picture of a rod leash that I made a couple of weeks ago on one of the local Facebook kayak pages and had a lot of interest in it, so I'm going to do a YouTube video for those guys and share with everybody else. And actually, if I might get enough interest in these, I might start making these on the side and selling these. Not sure yet, see how much interest I have in these from everybody. I can make these for less than $10 a piece, and costs will vary a little bit on how much material you decide to use and stuff like that, but I'm just going to show you the basics of how I make mine. Alright, just so to start out, this is the rod leash already made up. These are the ones I made the other day. And so the basic principle of these, the big thing about these is this little cable cuff here that I get from Home Depot. This is what attaches to the rod, and this is the lifesaver because you can operate it one-handed to get it off the rod, and I keep it real minimal. There's pretty much no metal other than little screws in these, but these have held up really well over the years on some older setups I've had. And so there's no other metal other than that to corrode or anything. It's just straight shock cord. Then I cleaned it up with a little bit of a heat shrink tube, and just keep it minimal and simple. So I'm going to start showing you how to make these. Alright, so the three items we need for this, you can get this in multiple colors. I get this from West Marine, but this is 5mm shock cord. It is $1.03 a foot, so pretty cheap. This is 4 foot. I measured out each of my other ones to 4 feet each, and it's going to be about maybe 3 feet, 2.5, 3 foot once I get through tying it, which gives me plenty of working room on the kayak. I actually got these heat shrink tubes from West Marine as well. They're probably a little bit more expensive than what you can find at Home Depot, and these are 3-inch, 3/8 diameter heat shrink tubes. These are adhesive lined, probably a little bit more expensive, like I said, than you can find at Home Depot. It's just I forgot to grab ones from Home Depot and happened to be in West Marine getting the shock cord. And then, like I said, the cable cuff. This is $1.15 for this size at Home Depot. They make multiple sizes of these. There's actually some smaller ones, and then even bigger ones that you can use for like paddle leashes and stuff too. So there's multiple different sizes of those that you can have different options on uses for them. Alright, so the first order of business is we're actually going to have to drill a little hole right here at the end of this tab, drill it through to insert our shock cord through. So I'm going to be using, this is a 13/64th drill bit, which is just big enough for that 5mm shock cord, and we're going to be putting it in, try to leave ourselves plenty of room to work around for, because this part will actually curl up in here. We want to make sure we don't drill through that, but then leave plenty of meat there to still hold everything together. So I typically go in from the inside first, try to get centered up. Right about there should be good. I'm gonna ease into it. So I just barely tap it through. So then I'm going to come back on the other side. Same thing. Right there. We're just going to ease into it. So it doesn't take much to go through it. So now we have our hole to insert our shock cord through. You can actually see the end of the tab in there. So we just went past the tip of it. And now we're ready to start just tying everything up. Alright, so now that we got our holes drilled in this, we're going to start assembling everything. So I don't know what some knots are called. I'm guessing this might be just an overhand knot or something, but I just take, basically going to create, this is going to be the loop that attaches to the kayak. So I'm just going to go around my finger one time, create a little loop there. Pull this through, cinch it down. Want to create a decent sized loop to work with. And then shock cord, just stretch it out as much as possible, get that nice and tight. So then, like I said, that's the anchor point to the kayak. So that knot is done. Before I go any further on tying the next knot, I'm going to take both these heat shrink tubes, put them on the shock cord. I'm not worried about the size of this knot. I want it to be a little bit bigger and stronger since it's attaching to the kayak. The next one I'm going to do is going to be kind of small and sleek since it's going to be up near the rod. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to wiggle it through. Burnt the ends at West Marine for this for me on this one. Like the last one I had to do myself, so I'm going to have to kind of wiggle it through there. Alright. So like I said, I'm going to try to create as small of a knot as possible on this one. Leave a little bit of tag to work with too. So this one is similar to a knot that I use for heavy mono, except I'm only going to make one pass around on this one just for keeping everything small. I'm just going to come around. I'm guessing this might be just a half hitch doing this. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not good with knot names other than a few that I use for tying fishing line. So got it through there. Gonna try to, this actually slides so I can loosen or tighten up that knot or that loop as I see fit, even with the having the heat shrink on it. So I want it to be about that big to where it kind of moves around a little bit, but it's not a super big loop. So I'm just going to tighten everything down. Just pull it both ways. Make sure it's good. Alright. So this one, this is just going to go over and protect the tag in, keep everything nice and smooth. So this one isn't going to fit over that knot, and that's fine. Just don't want that tag in catching on anything. This one, let's just slide it on there. I'm actually going to work over. Sometimes I have to take like a pair of scissors or something and kind of stretch it out a little bit so I can actually get it over that knot a little bit. Just keep it nice and clean while it's up near the rod. So this will all shrink back down. So. Tighten up this knot, make it a little bit smaller too. So this one might be a little bit more difficult with that adhesive liner in it. I don't know if the ones from Home Depot were adhesive lined. Just keep trying to work it up over that knot. So it's just working with this is the longest part. You can literally make these things in about 10 minutes. So super simple to make, and yet it'll pay dividends. I mainly use these just for offshore. I don't use them inshore because I'm mostly shallow water inshore, so I'm not too concerned then. But definitely whenever I'm out over in open water, deep water, don't take any chances on losing any gear. So these are super simple way and fairly cheap way to keep from losing gear. Last little bit over that knot. So I basically want to get just the tip of this barely over that knot. Just to kind of keep everything clean and keep it from sliding around, even though it's going to heat shrink down over it. There we go. Alright, that should do right there. So now we're going to take our heat gun, and just do it on high. Just heat shrink that tube down over the tag ends and over that knot. Just get it nice and tight down. Take it all the way around. this in too. All right, so now we have our finished product right there. And so that took me a little bit longer, taking my time for the video, and had to work with the heat shrink tube a little bit over that. But if you do enough of these, you can get down to where you can make them in 10 or 15 minutes. It doesn't take long. And like I said, this loop, let's set this down. This loop, like I can do on the H-rails on my Hobie or something, or any other anchor points, just put it around and then tighten it down like that. And that's going to be my anchor point. Super simple. I can move it around. And then, like I said, this, you just hold that and open it up. That will actually attach to your rod, clamp down, and it won't go anywhere. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this helps anybody that might need to make some rod leashes for their kayak. Said if I get enough interest for this, I might actually start making these and selling them. I'll have to figure out shipping and everything. Obviously, if it's going out of town, it'll be extra shipping on top of the base cost or whatever I come up with if I start selling them. But just drop me a comment below. Just let me know. If I get plenty of feedback on it, I might just start doing it. And forgot to mention, a while back I did finally get over 100 subscribers. It's been a slow tick for me, but it's hard. Weather hasn't been great here recently, so fishing videos have kind of been few and far between. Plus been working a lot on top of it during the week. It's just been kind of hard pumping out some videos past few weeks, but I've got a couple built up. Hopefully get a few more down the pipe coming to you guys. And I'm thinking about, once I hit 500 subscribers, I'm just trying to make a big push. I think I'm going to do a giveaway of some kind. I might make a few rod leashes, put a few other things in there for my sponsors and stuff, and pick one lucky winner, I think, to celebrate 500 subscribers once I hit it. So thank you guys for watching again. Hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.